How you guys doing? Sorry if I sound a little sick. I'm recording this actually. I have the flu, so But I wanted to talk about this as soon as I saw it. They just released the new trailer for the Home Alone remake, and I'm a huge Home Alone fan. You know, I have the 4K Steelbook and the Home Alone 2 Blu-ray. I have the collector set behind you. It's actually holding up the camera right now. Uh, I reviewed all 5 movies on my channel last year for Christmas. Yes, there are 5. Um, and yeah, I love Home Alone. Now, I love the first one. I like the second, and there are definitely things I love about the second, and it's fun and enjoyable, and I watch it every single year. But it does not hold a candle to one, and I rewatch one more often. Um, but of course, I was against a Home Alone remake when this thing was announced. I knew it was coming because you can't stop the Hollywood system for exploiting every dollar in a franchise, no matter how stupid, how ridiculous, and how evil some uh, bad these remakes might be. But this was worse than I thought it was going to be. I will say, I knew this trailer was coming soon because um, they did announce some of the things they're dropping for Disney Plus Day. And this was one of the movies they were dropping for Disney Plus Day. Now, they didn't specifically state this was a Home Alone movie, but just by the title alone, I knew it was a Home Alone movie. It's called Home Sweet Home Alone. And I looked at that title, and it gave me a little bit of hope because that's different from all the other Home Alone movies, right? In title, just a little bit. It's Home Alone 1, 2, and then the other ones have. Then we have Home Alone 3, and the bad sequels have little subtitles to them. Well, it turns out this is on the level of Home Alone 3 and 5, or no, not 3, 4 and 5. And what I mean by that is, even though this thing was gonna be shitty, I knew it was. I didn't think it'd be this shitty. I thought, okay, this is gonna be a Home Alone reboot, but it will at least have a production value of closer to like an actual like theatrical film. No, this looks like a cheap, lazy, um, like TV movie. Like it doesn't look like a Disney movie. It doesn't look like a Disney Plus movie. All the Disney Plus movies have had better production value and been better put together than this movie. Every single one of them, and you can see that just from the trailer. Um, Now some of the performances seem a little off, but honestly, I can't really judge them. I haven't seen the movie, and I'm not gonna be like one of those people like this looks like garbage. I'm never watching this. Of course, I'm gonna watch it. I've seen the worst of this franchise already. I don't think this movie will be worse than Home Alone Taking Back the House. I think that's the one it is. I forget which one it is. Is it Home Alone 4 or 5? I can't remember. Both are so bad. I'm trying to erase them from my memory. Okay, I've seen worse things than this. I just think this movie somehow looks worse than I expected, and I want to talk about it because this movie looks terrible. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he might use like Amazon Alexa and making jokes about that, and they might update it for our times." Honestly, I would have enjoyed that more because this just seems like a straight reboot of Home Alone. Like it seems like okay, a kid gets trapped in the house, and he's like saying lines from the original, but just slightly different. And that's literally what the Lion King remake was. And let me tell you something about the Lion King remake. That is one of my most hated films ever made. Why? Because it's one of the few films in this world that I can look at and go, this should never have been made. Of course, there's bad movies that should never be made, but this is a different kind of never been made. This is not okay, a bad movie like Venom. I could say, okay, that's a movie. Lion King remake is not a movie. It's not. It's a 2-hour advertisement for a better movie. And this is probably what this is going to be. It looks awful. And the only thing I thought was kind of cute is they have him in Scarface clothing. Like, you know, dressed as Al Pacino from Scarface. You can kind of see that in the trailer a little bit. I'm like, that's kind of cool. But, like, that's just because I like Scarface. And I guarantee the only reason he's dressed like that is because he's going to be watching Scarface. And that's just like Kevin watched Angels Without Filthy Souls in the first Home Alone movie. So it's just ridiculous. And the fun of that part of the movie in the original is that I can see they've already missed the point of that part in the original. Is that Kevin was watching a movie that didn't exist, and it was just a funny scene. Now he's going to be watching an actual movie that does exist. And that's not the point of the scene. The scene is not supposed to be referencing an actual movie. I'm ranting. I think that I'm just... Because it does anger me this much. It really does. Because it's just like, I knew this was coming, but I at least thought maybe it had a little bit of potential. Maybe it at least look okay. It doesn't even look okay. Like, it doesn't even look like it has good production value. It doesn't look like it's well shot. It just looks cheap and lazy and just... The film already looks lazy, and I'm just... Shit. Disney Plus Day, huh? Stay tuned.